Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I just ordered and bought the RealTruck truck bed cover, Bakflip. I had the previous, this is the black version. I had this older version that I had on my truck for 7 years, and this is the result so far of how it's held up. This is the top. It has a vinyl cover, just like the current model does. It kept a lot of water out. It is pretty much waterproof. But after 7 years of use and abuse of rolling this back and forth, you can see I've developed some issues here. The vinyl's starting to peel from the metal. So I bought this for about $750, $800 back in 2019, 2018, whatever it was. As you can see, the top of the vinyl is starting to rip here. This one, the vinyl's completely, it's just starting to come off after 7 years of use and abuse, and I believe it's off track a little bit here as well. So you can see here it's just off track, needs to be pushed in here. I don't know the lifespans of these, but I suppose 7 years is the so I decided to replace it. I've looked at a few other models. Rough Country makes a model. There's several other companies that makes these, but I decided to go back with Bakflip. And I don't know if y'all remember, the original version had felt material here, so that as this sits in the sun, this gets hot, and so you needed some place to put your hand so it wouldn't burn as you roll this up. But that on both sides here, as you can see, has completely ripped off. That's another thing that's kind of fell off with age. Like I said, I paid $750 for this, roughly $750, right in that range for $750, $800. This right here, though, this new one, even with the 30% discount, was right around $1,200. So inflation is definitely catching up, making things difficult for everybody. This new one that I bought is black. As you can see, the locking mechanism is black, powder coated. When I first bought this one, this is not powder coated, silver locks here. One thing I don't like is that manufacturers now, they've become lazy. Like, no one gives you real instructions. It's all digital now. You just have to scan this and then you can get your installations and warranty, blah, blah, blah. I'm just wondering, why don't they just give me the pamphlet with something I can have a hard copy with, versus having to scan this and keep looking back at my phone as I'm installing this product. But this seems to be the trend nowadays, that you just have to scan on this with your phone, your cell phone, and then that's how you get your instructions. But yeah, I'm just getting old, just an old man griping here. But all right, let's get this done, get this on the truck, and we'll show you the end product. All right, YouTube, got everything disassembled. Took me like 10 minutes just to take all the, take the old bolts off. These little silver bolts hold the railings in place along the side here, and then you have your straps. So, but the new ones, they even give you black powder coated clamps here. That, as you see on my old clamps here, I had these little buckles that would hold that in place when it was rolled up. But these new clamps here are T-shaped clamps. Are a little different, so curious to see how that's going to look or how that's going to work. All right, so I found a difference between new and improved. Like this strip here, keep it in the light so you guys can see it, has ridges on it. So that was the old model that was on my last Bakflip that I had on my truck, and this is the new and improved one, as they say, completely foam. This is all rubber here, the old one, as you see. This is rubber, had a little adhesive on the back, and it lay on flat on my truck, on the back of my bed. Right here, there's a little, this strip would lay here. I think I like it more than the new and improved one, which is complete, all foam. It's gonna lay back here. All right, YouTube, I'm trying to put the new and improved weather stripping on the back of my truck here, but as I peel the adhesive, as you can see, it's sticky, sticking to my one finger here. But as I put this on my truck, or try to get this on my truck, try to do this with one hand, I just cleaned this with some cleaner, and look, It doesn't even stick, if y'all can see that. So I'm not even pulling, it's just popping up on its own. So a little frustrated with that. So I had some leftover CA glue that I'm gonna put here to try and see if that holds it in place. But if you're running to the issue, I don't know if it's the bed liner or it's just a new adhesive on here. When I had my original, when I first did this, it stuck fine. So I'm not sure why this new adhesive won't fit. As you see, it's sticky. It's on one finger, but for whatever reason, it won't stick to my bed liner here. So just as a reminder, if you're gonna work with this stuff, this CA glue, wear some gloves, because this has been known to bond skin together. So you don't want this on your hands. I don't care if it sticks on the glove, I can take that off, but on my skin, I don't want this on there. So, and if you do by chance get some on your skin, I've been told that you want to use nail polish remover to try to, and just rub it and get it off your skin. So here we go, I'm gonna have a nice little bead across here. I'm gonna add the new and improved design, I'll stick with that. All right, I just started the first little start of this, and so far it is holding. So I'm gonna just continue going down the line here and keep it on there. I suppose I'm worried about if and when I do decide to take this off, will it scratch or ruin the liner that's here? I don't know, and that's possible, but I doubt it. I think if anything, I'll just have a hard time getting this foam off, and it'll tear and it'll look a little rough, but then I can probably just sand it off and adhere something else if I need to do that. All right, YouTube, the CA glue worked like a charm. This stuff is really sticky and in place, and I got all the way to the end, and I'm just gonna cut the end there and get rid of that last piece. But you can see the CA glue works just perfectly. All right, so this is the old and the new side by side, as you can see. Just say, sorry for the glare, but pretty much the same product. Just a little difference here in the way the screws line up here. So very simple install, YouTube. You just want to get the rails. This is not even installed, I just got it laying up here. Just get the rail, slide it all the way to the end. You'll see it has a stop right here to the end point. This just goes above your little weather stripping there. And we're gonna get this nice and flat and level. I'll lift it up just a tad. And you see I got a little bolt here. It's not even tightened, but just put the bolts on here. 3 bolts on each side, so very simple. And then you'll lay your roller backflip thing on top of this, and I'll show you that too. I had to move out so I can get some light. As you see here, I have this bull ring on the end of my truck, which is causing, as you see, the gaps here. And I'll show you on the other side. So here I have some gaps right there. And it's not laying flush with the foam weather stripping. So I'm gonna lift this up, and I'm gonna have the weather stripping run underneath this and then put it back in place, and that'll help lower this, and I'll have a tighter seal. So as you can see, I got this seal, the bull ring right on top of that seal, so this lays flat. So we got that tightened up. As you see, it's a little flat seal now. All right, YouTube, so we have one on nice and flat. We have the second one on nice and flat. So just 3 bolts, really. Like I said, just 1, 2, 3, push it to the front. Same thing on this side, 1, 2, 3. And now we just ready to install this. We're gonna line it up, roll it on, and then get it going. Now I have this on. I need to get under here and tighten the bolts to secure this thing in place. But I do appreciate the new bolts they gave me here versus my old one. My old one, I had this screws that I slid into place here. It had to line up. One thing I can tell you I already don't like are these plastic flaps or clips at the end of the roller. The last one didn't have this. It was just a straight seal all the way down to the end. I don't know why they did this. This is horrible. And I'm not sure how it's gonna last. I don't like it. That is one thing I don't like. Why did they go to plastic clips? They could have stayed with a rubber seal all the way down and it would have been just fine. This thing is just, look at that. Why not just bring the rubber all the way down like you did initially in the old design? This can't be doing improved. I don't like that. Not for $1,300. That's not gonna last. Look at it. So continue on with the install. Once you get to the end here to install this, connect this to the rails here. You have these slots that you're gonna have your screws go into. And get another one in here. And you just get that in here and you line it up to what you have here. And you should be good to go. Screw it in from there underneath. So once you have this installed on both sides, the screws slid into the slots here, you're gonna line them up and then just fold this over underneath. All right, we're underneath now. And you can see I got the screws partially in. I'm gonna have to, that's almost there. Yeah, we just pull this down. Okay, I'm gonna have to one at a time, but get these in. Get them lined up, get them in here, and then you're gonna put your bolts on. Get one of these washers of metal. I think I'm gonna put the seal on first and then put the metal underneath. And yeah, get this in here. All right, YouTube, we got the screws locked in place. One thing you may find is that you may need a weight if you're doing this by yourself to kind of hold this down, because this will pop up when you're trying to screw those in. So now that we have that done, let's test out the final product. Make sure she's aligned. So far, so good. Moment of truth here. I hate this. Okay. That looks straight as an arrow, don't you think? Looks pretty straight. Hopefully those plastic clips stay on par. That's straight as an arrow, right? Am I as happy as I was with the original? Yes and no. I do like the all black. This vinyl feels tougher maybe, or maybe it's just the way they did it. I don't know, probably the same vinyl. See here, that one seems like it has a different texture. This is more, if you can see that, probably hard to see, but it's flat, almost like, looks like leather almost. It looks like leather, but you know it's vinyl. Let's close it up, see how it looks. Not sponsored by Ford, but this is one of the best. I mean, you can't beat this ladder. Shuts right on. And there we go. So, we're good to go now. Now I'm gonna put these on, and I really hate these. Feels like that's not gonna last, but We'll keep y'all posted if it doesn't. But let's get the rest of this install done and we'll be good to go.